Poe. People call me Poe or Poe. I'm the owner and the operator of the Cul De Sac vegan restaurant here at 3827 North Midhoff on the east side of Plaza Urbana Mall.
Tell me about why you wanted to open up your vegan restaurant and why you're so passionate about the vegan lifestyle.
The reason I started it was because basically a lot of the changes that I made in my own life that like significantly affected the quality of my life, as far as just being happy and having peace and having a level up as far as my health. Like I'm in my 30s and I'm in better shape and in better health than I was in my 20s, and it's all because of certain choices that I made. So I created products and services to extend that same growth to my people. You know how they say love your people how you love yourself. So that's pretty much the essence of that decision. I started doing it from my home in 2017. I did it from my home for a year and a half on the west side of Hart. It went so crazy that like I would have like 7, 8 cars in front of my house at a time. I turned my home to like a literal restaurant operating in private. It got so huge that I had to move it to a restaurant.
What makes yours different? What makes yours special?
Well, basically, a lot of people that have vegan restaurants, they're kind of content with just saying I don't serve meat, I don't serve cheese, but they're still using a lot of soy, which is the cheapest meat alternative. But soy stimulates estrogen. A woman has natural estrogen levels. When it exceeds those natural levels, it causes all sorts of things like fibroid cysts, cervical cancers, some of the most prevalent issues that women are dealing with. A man shouldn't have any estrogen. So when a man gets into his system, it can cause physical alterations. So as far as man boobs, messes with his endocrine system, his body's chemistry, his hormones. So a lot of people they serve like tofu and seitan. These are all just different ways of serving soy. They're still using canola oils and vegetable oils. You heat them past 120 degrees, they turn to carcinogens, activating cancer cells. You know what I mean? We use grapeseed oil, we use avocado oil. They're still serving juices from concentrate. They're still serving fake salts and fake sugars. Here at the Cul De Sac Kitchen, we don't do none of that. No fake salt, no fake sugar, no disagreeable oils. Everything non-GMO, everything organic. I make homemade walnut meat myself, my own recipe, and I make it every rise. And I get up at 6 a.m. 6 days a week to do this. I literally feed y'all how I feed myself and feed my family. I've been vegan 20 years. I've been a healthy vegan for about 6 years. I went through the whole stage of eating processed vegan foods and all the soy and all the crazy stuff. You gotta go through the wrong to get to the right. Go through the disagreeable to get to the agreeable, right? So there was a tool that we use called the Food Additive Dictionary. Like when I did it, it was actually a book, but it's like an app now. What it is everything is image driven in this society. So you'll have the front of a label, and it'll say something like farm fresh, or it'll say like fruit juice splash with water twisting around with fruits tumbling. That's the image. But then you turn around to the identity, which is the ingredients, less than 2% fruit juice. Then it has this coded language that no one understands. Mario, studio, fitamate, photomate. And then the breakdown of that is just like baby pig butt or something crazy like that. The Food Additive Dictionary, if you download the app on your phone, you will put that long term into the search bar, and it'll break down in layman's term what that really means. Like this, I didn't come to this overnight. Like I've been on this journey for 20 years. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of searching, a lot of questioning, a lot of listening to your body. We tend to listen to outside sources more than we listen to self. When you eat something and it makes you tired, you're not supposed to get tired when you eat food because it's supposed to energize you. Minerals go into your different systems and how your body functions. So at some point, you have to be able to discern for yourself, listen to your body, respond to your body. You know what I mean? I just didn't feel good eating a lot of that stuff. So I basically created what I couldn't find. I remember when I first moved to Indy, and that's coming back to why I got this location here. I could have did so many other things. So many people were telling me, don't come to the east side of Indy. Those people aren't gonna embrace vegan food and healthy food. Hey, let me tell you something. You have to recognize the correlation of mental, physical, emotional states and the availability of vital resources. They didn't have the option before. This was a food desert. There was no food or water worth consuming for miles, but there's a liquor store every block. There's an Arab or an African store or some other foreign store selling nothing but poison, capitalizing off degrading the health of an area, offering nothing back to the community. That's every corner that you turn. And then there's no coincidence that the things go on over here that go on as far as in the community. So it's always been on my heart. When I first moved here, I was at Country Lake Apartments on 30th between Post and Midhoff. You know what I mean? So I always wanted to open something over here. Since this restaurant here, out of everything I've ever done since I started doing this, I get the most support, and this is the biggest that it's ever been. This community supports the Cul De Sac Kitchen more than any other community that I've opened this in or served. So they're extremely wrong.
Do you feel that Black people lack knowledge on how to become healthy vegans? Because I know that I don't hear a lot of Black people saying I'm a vegan or I only eat certain type of foods.
Right. You got to understand, like, we're creatures of habit. Everything is rhythm, everything is repetition. Those words interchange: rhythm, repetition, consistency, discipline. You know what I mean? So there's a certain rhythm that's been passed down from generation to generation. We have so many things that we're dealing with as far as conflicts and issues within our family structures, within our home, within our own emotions, within our own physical states of health, within our own psychological states, that a lot of times, a lot of these decisions, they're not even a factor in the home. They don't even know to even ask questions about this, that, and the third, because we've been eating this food and we've been making these choices for generations in my family. My grandmama ate it, my great-great-grandmama ate it, my great-great-granddaddy ate it, my mama, my uncle ate it. You know what I mean? So we're blessed to see in the current day, there's like a shift in the paradigm. Like, I'm 38 on my birthday, right? I was alive when this wasn't even a conversation. It wasn't no vegan nothing, it wasn't no organic, it wasn't no non-GMO, it wasn't no plant-based, it wasn't no meditation, yoga, and chakra, it wasn't none of that. But right now, it's like you're seeing us connecting back to our true culture, because guess what? We've been embracing the anti-culture, which has given us nothing but problems and chaos, no answers, no resolutions. So we're blessed to see that there's a new day dawning. So it's on us to decide, like, where do we stand in that? Where do we fit in that? What do you stand for? What do you stand as? What do you stand on? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought of doing a class to teach Black people about veganism?
Absolutely. It's I have a lot of plans. It's just like I'm just now getting to a point where I'm growing, getting more staff, more employees, because like in my restaurant, I won't just hire anybody. In order for you to come in my restaurant and not work for me but work with me, you have to have an understanding of the culture and the spirituality of what we're doing here. Because I'm not a capitalist at all. I'm a culturalist. I could care less about money. As long as you're doing the work, as long as you're adding on to the harmony of life, as long as you are serving the community, assisting in their wellness journeys, whatever you require will come to you. Like, my life is magical like that. Whatever I require is just come to me because of what I'm doing. I've been on the other side of that, so I know how it feels on the other side of it. I remember when I felt like it's me against the world. No, it was just me against myself. When you get out your own way, everything flows. Everything I do is about helping people. I don't divide nor subtract. I only add and multiply. You know what I mean? The business grows organically. My biggest issue or my biggest struggle that I'm overcoming slowly is just finding like dependable employees, because it's like you have this thing where, okay, we're growing so fast every day, every week, the word of mouth is crazy, and it's just growing and growing. So it's like I really want to take my time as far as, like I say, picking the people who would fit here. But there's like this demand of like me that's so big, I have to get more people in here. Otherwise, it's like I'm not gonna have a life. I'm very dedicated, I'm very meticulous. So it's like I would go so hard with what I'm doing that I would neglect myself completely. You know what I mean? So time management is remembering to love on myself and give myself like the time and the energy that I need to be cool and be okay. My goal is to, like I say, I'm a culturalist, so everything that I create is a platform for the culture. My goal is to assist people in not just being able to come up here and obtain this food here and obtain the culture here, but provide them with products and services to where they can take it into their household with their family so this can grow. Like I do meal preps outside of this right here. Something else that we have coming on the way, we're gonna have prepackaged walnut meat patties and prepackaged ground walnut meat, prepackaged sauces, prepackaged seasonings. Basically so people can implement these changes in their family, because everybody can't afford to come to the Cul De Sac kitchen 2-3 times a day every day. So it's like I say, that's one part of it. And also the next thing I got coming is Cul De Sac Gardens. I don't want to get too deep into that because I haven't completely executed it yet. And there's a spiritual thing as far as not speaking on things before you do them. But everything is about being self-sufficient, you know what I mean? And being sustainable, need nothing outside of the body of self to keep moving. You know what I mean? To not have to depend on the system. Like, no, we don't need to depend on, we need to depend on us. We have a Facebook called The Cul De Sac Kitchen. You see the Cul De Sac Kitchen in the background as far as how you spell it. But you have to put the, it's not just Cul De Sac Kitchen, it's The Cul De Sac Kitchen on Facebook. We have an Instagram, which is Cul De Sac Poe, same spelling, C-U-L space, D-E space, S-A-C space, P-O-E. We also have a Google business page. Now, you have to be careful because for some reason, although I have a Google business page, there's conflicting information when you look it up on MapQuest Google, and they're giving out my personal cell phone number and my home address as my business number and business address, and that's not correct. The restaurant is at 3827 North Midhofer Road inside Plaza Urbana Mall in the food court. So when you need us, we're here.